Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Syed Naqi Kazmi, Associate Professor Political Science, Government Postgraduate College Mansehra. Today's my topic is political theory. Let's introduce. Political theory is a branch of political science that deals with the study of ideas, principles, and the concept that shape state, political system, government, political behavior, and institutions. It involves examine the nature of political power, authority, justice, liberty, and the role of the state and individuals within society. This lecture will provide a comprehensive overview of the key concept, major political theorists and political philosophers, fundamental ideologies in political theory. I would like to mention here that my main topic is political theory. So the other concept will be just defined and discussed. And if you need a comprehensive and detailed account on these concepts and topic, I have already delivered lecture on these topics and concepts on my this YouTube channel, and you can find lecture on these concept and topics in detail. So I will just discuss and define these key concepts in political theory. First of all, I would like to define power. Power is the ability to influence or control the behavior of others, to control and influence the behavior of the people is power, and it can be exercised through coercion, persuasion, or force. Authority means the legitimate right to exercise power, or it can be defined as it is the legitimate power. When there is legitimacy behind a power, it becomes authority. Authority is often seen as justified and recognized by those subject to it. State and government. State, a political entity with a defined territory, permanent population, government, and sovereignty. So, state has four essential elements, which are population, territory, government, and sovereignty. And simply, we can define a state as a politically organized community or politically organized society is a state. Government means the machinery of the state. Generally, it is an agent of the state. It is the working body of the state. Government is the system or group of people governing an organized community, a state. So, government runs the state. Justice, which is another key concept in political theory, the concept of equality, fairness, and the rule of law. So, justice is based on the equality, fairness, and the rule of law. And philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, and John Rawls have provided various interpretation, explanation, and definitions of justice. Liberty, another key concept in political theory. It means the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. So, it is freedom from external limitations on human behavior, its activities, its movement. And philosopher Esai Berlin distinguishes between negative liberty, which means freedom from interference, And positive liberty, freedom to achieve one's potential. John Stuart Mill has also highlighted liberty in his philosophy, and he also has given two aspects, positive and negative liberty, in his philosophy. Equality, the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities. Debates in political theory often revolves around equality of opportunity and equality of outcome. Economic justice is based on equality because when there is no equality, there can be no justice. So, for economic equality, economic justice, there must be economic equality. Major political theorist, the famous political theorist or philosopher Plato. His key work was The Republic, and the main ideas in his work Republic, the ideal state, ruled by a philosopher king, theory of forms, justice is harmony. Another famous philosopher, Aristotle, his key work was The Politics, and the main ideas were the classification of government, revolution, private property, the concept of the polis. Politics is the highest form of communal life. Thomas Hobbes, his key work Leviathan, main ideas, social contract theory, the necessity of a strong central authority to avoid the state of nature, which is solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. And most importantly, I have delivered lecture on Thomas Hobbes, his social contract, state of nature. John Locke, another important philosopher, famous philosopher. I have delivered lecture on John Locke's his theory of social contract. John Locke is a modern and John Locke is a father of liberalism. His key work was the two treatises on government. Main ideas were the natural rights, and John Locke given three rights: life, liberty, and property. Government is a protector of these rights and the right to revolt against unjust government. So, John Locke gave three rights, and government has the responsibility to protect all these three rights. And if the government is failed to protect all these three rights, then John Locke gave a right to revolt against the government and to topple the government. He has also given the concept of consent of the people, limited government. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, another important political philosopher. His key work was the social contract and main ideas of the popular sovereignty, general will, critique of inequality and private property. I have also given lecture on Jean-Jacques Rousseau's concept of popular sovereignty, general will, social contract, education, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau on modernity. Karl Marx, I have also presented different lectures on his key concept like class struggle, surplus value, critique of capitalism, historical materialism, and the idea of the classless society. And his key work was the Communist Manifesto, which he has written with the collaboration of his friend Frederick Engel. Political theory, fundamental ideologies in political theory. First of all, liberalism. It emphasizes individual freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. And liberalism advocates for a limited government that protects individual rights. And it advocates for minimal state intervention and interference in the lives of the people. It emphasizes the individual freedom and free market economy, free market. Capitalism. Capitalism is an economic system where most businesses are privately owned. So capitalism provided right to people to have their own property, private property, and people can freely buy and sell goods and services. The main features are free market, competition, profit motive, and consumer choice. So capitalism is another ideology in political theory. Conservatism, it stresses upon the importance of traditions, customs, usages, social values, social stability, and maintaining established institutions. So it emphasizes upon the gradual change rather than the radical change and reform. And the main example in front of us about conservatism is uh, British society. The people are conservative and they like their old institution. So they still hold their old institution like monarchy and uh, House of Lords. Socialism, it advocates for the social ownership and democratic control of the means of production. And it emphasizes upon the economic equality and social justice. So socialism is based on that the means of production should be communized and socialized. The means of production should not be concentrated in few hands. The next uh, ideology is the Marxism, which is based on the philosophy and ideas of the Karl Marx. It is a branch of the socialism that focuses on the role of class struggle and the overthrow of the capitalist system to establish a classless society, a communist society. Feminism, it is also another uh, ideology. It looks for to address and rectify gender inequalities, and it advocates for the rights of the women without any discrimination, emphasizes equal rights and opportunities for the women and for all the genders. Conclusion. On the basis of what I have discussed above, it can be concluded that political theory provides a tool to analyze and understand the fundamental and basic principles that govern political system, state, government, and political behavior. And by studying political theory, we gain insight into the diverse perspective and views on power, justice, liberty, and role of the state and individual in society. So, to understand the role of liberty, equality, justice, power, authority, it is important to analyze and understand political theory. And in society, understanding these concepts and ideologies help us navigate and engage with the political world more effectively. So this was my topic of today. If you have any question, you may ask in comments. Thank you very much.